Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Basically, I want to do my fingernails because they're kind of like a little busted. I don't really have any, but like they really have to, like, I don't mean to flip you off, but you can kind of, yeah, you can kind of see they're like falling apart. So I was like, you know what, I'm really bored. And basically I did a couple questionnaires over the past months about like confessions or like anonymous texts and stuff like that on my stories on my Insta, and I always said that I would like post them and talk about them. And technically when I did the first one or the second one, I think I've done 3, I recorded it with my cousins and I edited it and everything, and for some reason I still didn't really post it. And it was fun like reading it out loud, but it was like kind of awkward. And I was just like, you know what, like maybe I'll hold off on it. I've been wanting to release a YouTube channel for like a long time, but I was definitely very doubtful because I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be cringe, like, but since I'm not doing anything right now, I was like, well, I might as well just do what I've been wanting to do. So I do all my stuff at night and then I stay up till like 2-3 a.m. and then yeah. So anyway, I guess we could just like get into the video. So first I push my cuticle back, and then I clip them, and then I cut the nail itself, like, because that way, like, because I have no nails, I have more surface, and then I use like a nail filer at the end to give it like the shape and stuff. To push my cuticle back, I do have this. I've had it for a long time. It just never runs out because I don't have nails, like I said, so I don't really use a lot. Like, do this. That's why I'll be looking down a lot while reading, because I have my iPad stood up right here. So I'm gonna read like the confession on there. Anyway, some of these are a little provocative. I will say I've definitely read them before, and some of them are out of pocket. A lot of them are about trailer like sexuality and stuff like that. And a lot of them are a little out of pocket, but I promised I would read them, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, the first one is, are you talking to anyone? Basically, I was. So as of this point, today is Friday the 19th. April? Yeah, April 19th. I've been talking to a few people. I'm gonna be very candid, and if those people watch this, you know who you are, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's not really like my fault. I don't know. You'd have to ask them, but so basically I'll give you like some backstory. I think this is gonna be fun for me. I'm kind of excited. Basically, no, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. Am I talking to anyone to right now? Right now, as of April 19th, technically, I don't think so, no. The next one is my body count 6, question mark. The answer to that is absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's what I mean by some of these are gonna be like out of pocket, so, but my body count is not 6. I like pushed the cuticle back. You can kind of see it, that like white part, and then you just cut it. FYI, I've been feeling very anxious lately as my life is changing a lot right now, and I've been making some really big mental and physical even like changes to my lifestyle, and I've been kind of forced out of bad habit, which is maybe exactly what I needed, but is hence why I'm on the floor and just very much holding it together here. I don't know if my family's gonna watch this, but this won't be as PG-13, I guess. And if the cat's out the bag, then it is, but honestly, I don't really care what any of them think. Love and respect for them, but same time, I care less if they approve or if they, yeah. Next, your worst personality characteristic. I'm not gonna lie, I think I have a few. Like, I'm very quick to disassociate myself from feelings when I feel like it's gonna hurt me. Like, I don't know, maybe it's like a defense mechanism. I don't, like, you just retreat, like when you're like you're stepping out beforehand, that way like when the moment comes, you've already at least reduced some of that like backlash on yourself. And like, I guess you could say it's given up early. I think that's why it backfires, but I only ever cling on to things, to people that I feel like are good for me and that I want to fight for. Either the fact that like I get really pissed when like things aren't my way. Uh, you know, if I fix a cabinet a certain way in the bathroom and like I noticed one of my things is misplaced, it drives me nuts. Like I can't. Like when I have an order of operations that I go about things, I absolutely cannot stand when somebody else intervenes, I feel like I'm not being respected, which can be a little extreme, I guess. Like for most people, it's like, damn, like, can I just use your nail clippers or something? And I'm just like, you can, but you have to put it back. First, you have to ask me, and two, you have to put it back. That is my pet peeve. If I've told you and you don't listen, and then I have to deal with the consequences, yeah, no. Next, do you believe in God? Yes. I would be a literal hot mess, more than I already am, like without my faith. It took me a long time to find it, and everyone's journey is definitely different, as well as their degree of belief. But I respect I have so many friends of so many different religions, and I just think religion in general is a beautiful thing. Like, I understand why it takes a lot of time for people to truly accept whatever their end result of belief is going to be, because it's all about questions and it's all about finding the one that sits the best with you. And for me, it's really just believing in God. Like, I don't want to sit here and say like I'm like the world's biggest Christian, because technically I do claim Christianity, but at the same time, I really just love praying and talking to God. Like, I love having my own relationship with somebody that can be, it can't even be tainted by somebody else. Like, it's solely, how I go about it. And it's, you know, it's just me and the higher figure. Like, there's nobody in between. The answer to this is yes, I do believe in God. And I wish you also capitalize the G. I'm one of those. I'm insinuating it's asking if I'm gay. Which honestly, you know what? I'm gonna read all of the ones that are like this. So it says, are you like that? Are you into girls with the eye emojis that face to the side? Oh, would you date a girl? I think there's more, but I don't want to waste time scrolling. So, okay. Am I gay? The question that everybody has been wondering about. The answer is technically yeah. So, you know what? I'm just gonna continue doing this. I'm not gonna feed that fire. Technically yes. So, I mean, if my family's watching this, the cat will be out the bag, but I don't care at this point. Basically, for a long time, I was not. I did live a pretty rough childhood. Like, crushes were not even really a thing for me growing up. I don't have this story as everybody else, like, where, oh, I found out I like this girl, I always knew and I had to hide it from people. Like, I've actually always been attracted to men. Like, I did have crushes, and those crushes were guys, but they're always like almost platonic, probably. Like, I would look at them and just be like, I really need a motivation to get through today. That motherfucker's good looking, so. And then I would stick with that person like the whole span of school. Like, I had one all of middle school, and then I had like two all of high school. Never talked to any of them. I had a lot of guy friends growing up, but in terms of romantic, like if I liked them, I'd never talk to them, watch them from a distance. Stalker 101, like, that is me. And I just let it be. Like, I just liked the moment. I didn't care if it went further. I felt like physically my heart couldn't handle like any further than that. And also my dad was like really strict, so I just thought like, the Lord ever made us cross paths and my dad found out? No. So I just never had a first kiss, never, no. And I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I very well could have just been like, you come here, but like, no. Like, personally, for me, that's not how I want to go about it. And I don't know, like I always used to look at liking people or having a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever was just like a luxury in life, and like I didn't have that luxury. Like I had to focus, I had to get good grades, I had to be in sports. I went home, had to do chores, or had to eat, had to do chores, and then had homework and then knocked out. And that was my life forever. I was in sports since I was out the womb, like, and yeah, back home was rough. So no, I wasn't one of those people that knew anything. Never thought about girls. When I got into high school, I did like these guys. Once again, nothing ever happened with them. And my dad used to always say, like, I just know you're gonna turn out gay. And like, it's not offensive. Like, I have a lot of gay people in my family. I've made plenty of gay friends over my time. Like, when my dad would say things like that, it was only offensive to me because I genuinely didn't like girls. But like, it was not offensive in general. Like, it was never a threat. Like, by the way, if you ever come out, like no, he was never like that. Nobody was. Like, nobody, like, if they suspected ever, like, I swear to you, like, nobody was, like, it didn't scare me. Like, oh no, I feel like I can like girls now. Like, no. And matter of fact, my dad was gonna be more surprised if I had brought home a dude, if I'm being completely honest. I have always been a tomboy growing up. And I used to have, like, little moments with guys dressing like tomboys. I'm telling you, like, there was no, I grew up and I just knew I was gay. Like, no. And, yeah, I got into high school. My dad started, like, really speculating and, like, but then my high school got cut short because COVID happened in my spring break during my junior year. So, which was perfect because I wanted to be homeschooled anyway. And basically all that ended. Like, I went back to go and graduate and get my shit, and then that was that. And then my first year of college, a lot of things went south, and our family dynamic changed. And so I didn't really also get that privilege again to find myself. And like, some people deal with their emotions that way. They'd rather go and be with somebody else, but I'm somebody who has to sit and feel out my emotions, and sleeping with people and trying to find myself was not what I needed. Like, no. Technically right now I'm a third year. So in my second year, I started making friends. I started working at this Starbucks on campus, and I started making a lot of friends. And I would get a lot of people complimenting me. Like, dude, like, when I was on cashier, because basically I'd been working in the coffee industry for a year at that point, and then when I started working at that Starbucks, like, it was solely, like, everything was really ran by students, and only like the higher ups were like adults, but all the students ran everything. And like, some of these students at UCR acted like they had never seen anybody like me before, and lucky I was feeling a little like a celebrity there, because like, I used to get people, I've had somebody confess to me. A lot of people know this story. I told them at work, and then I had to tell her that I didn't have a phone. I deserve to be thrown in a ditch for that, but you know what? I got scared. I've had guys even come up to me and tell me, like, you have a beautiful smile. Like, nothing creepy. Like, they were just being really nice, and I was like, oh, thanks. Like, and I've had women take pictures of me before. Quite a few times. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't had my little peak fame somewhere on the internet. Like, it's happened a few times. Like, literally blatantly, like, just boom, there's my face. And a lot of people ask me for my number. A lot of people ask their coworkers, or my coworkers that are their friends, to ask me about my status, or if I'd be interested. And I always said no. A lot of the times they were girls. And even for a while, I never understood why. I guess I like I knew what I looked like, but I just thought for some reason, like, women would want a more, like, woman resembling a dude. Like, these are, like, beautiful women we're talking here. Like, these are, like, the epitome of women. Like, beautiful little bods, like, super sweet. Like, these are legit women, okay? And I would just look at myself and be like, you want me. Like, no disrespect to me. Like, I am not gonna sit here and slander myself, but at the same time, I didn't think these legit women, like Greek goddesses, were gonna sit here and want me as their partner over a legit dude, if I'm being honest. And I always just thought I was so awkward and like, like, I don't know, I just thought women would want more. And so when I started getting a lot of those, like, coming up to me and being very honest to me, I like couldn't take the heat. Like, I was always just like, oh no, like I'm attracted to guys. Like, and I was, because at the time, the beginning of my sophomore year or second year, I started MMA, and I kind of had this thing with this guy, and then it went to shit. And like, yeah, after that, more women were coming after me because I feel like word got around. I don't know. And yeah, and I just, at that point, I didn't want any romance. But then at the end of my second year, it was like I just couldn't deny. Like, these were like pretty women. And then I was just like, you know what? Why am I so hard on myself? Like, there's a reason why these people think, like they have the courage to come and talk to me, because they know, like, hey, like, I just want to let you know that the door's open. And these people never pressured me, like, hey, I want to be the first one you find out with. Like, no, it was never like that. It was always like, just know I'm there. And I respected that. Like, I loved that for myself. Like, you know what? At least I have that, if nothing else. And yeah, like, I guess eventually I started thinking about it. And then it's gonna be kind of embarrassing if she watches this, but like, whatever. Basically, one that I had known previously in my life, I guess you could say. I want to be very vague about this. She came forth and started being very open with me about her intentions and her feelings. And then, yeah, that's when I really started considering, like, hey, I could do women. Like, I have a type. I have a type for both just attraction. Are you a beautiful looking person? Like, I am a person of fashion, of looks. Like, I have to see that in somebody else, man or woman, I found. And like, I would just like to say that I still very much can like dudes. I like one or the other. A lot of people hate that for me. I am not one to criticize. I am not one to criticize. That goes for race, that goes for gender, that goes for language, that goes for everything. Like, if I love the person that you are and you take on that form, whoop-de-doo, looks like I need to go that route. But I will never sit here and deny myself like full happiness in whatever form it takes. And that's just how I feel. So when people ask me about sexuality, and a lot ask me, I want to put forth that I'm interested in both, and I don't discriminate. And I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, it's a cover up, because I know after hanging out with so many gay friends that like, oh, first I came out as bi, and then like eventually I found out I was fully gay, I was fully lesbian, like it's just a cover up. I can guarantee you right now it's not a cover up. Like, I'm not on this video right here to lie. I'm not. It's already hard enough for me to kind of sit here and like talk to a camera in my room by myself, so I refuse to lie. Like, no. So that answers the infamous question that people have been waiting for. Surprise. Next question. It says, oh, by the way, I finished my cuticles. We're moving on to the snipping of the nails now. I had a crush on you, and I literally thought you were bi. A couple dots. I'm so sorry. But someone told me you're straight, lol. So that sucks, but honestly, you're super cool. I love that. You see what I'm saying? I love that. Like, I love that you, even though it's anonymous, that you want to tell me. And I love that I don't know who it is, because it gives both of us that sense of like, ooh, like I'm telling the person, I'm answering the person. But first of all, thank you. I love that you can still add that you think I'm a cool person, because I think that's very important. Don't turn people down and don't accept people out of rash intentions. Don't be impulsive with people's feelings. I'm very adamant about that. Obviously, I have no idea who this is, so I can't answer. But I love that you had a crush on me. I think crushes are so cute. Like, I honestly, no hate to myself, what are those called? I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, I do love seeing people radiate when they're in love or when they have feelings, when they have a crush to look forward to, when they go to coffee shops and they have a favorite customer visually. Like, I love that. I love that for me too. Like, I love that I'm that person for you. Because I think it's just nice. Like, the world is so serious in so many aspects. So when you have something as like little fickle and like as innocent as like a crush or like just a little like attraction, like even if it doesn't have to be so serious, like enjoy your feelings, you know, they don't last forever. And there's a comment, it says hey daddy with 2 tongue emojis. That's what I'm talking about. Hello. I'm like, hi. You down to smoke question mark and get down maybe with 2 emojis. That was a very bold question from somebody that I don't know. Obviously, I'm gonna say no right now. I will sit here and say, all my family could be watching. I don't know. But I do drink and I do smoke. I don't do them regularly. I'm not a fiend for either of them. But if I am going in a setting of having a good time, I'm not gonna look at me. Do I look like somebody who would rather have water? Fuck no. If you know my mouth in person, you know. Obviously, I'm respectful to my family and they don't see those things because they shouldn't have to, but that doesn't mean I need to conceal it from the rest of the world. But the answer to this is no, because I have no idea who this is from. Someone says, I had a dream about us. It's kind of terrifying. I don't know what you mean by us. I'm like, did I just get bit by some shit? Like, my eye is itch. I better not wake up with some shit, I swear. You can't help the dream, but like, I don't know what kind of dream that was, and I also don't know what we were in that dream, so rightfully so, I'm gonna be a little weirded out by it, but for better or for worse, you can't help who you dream about. Okay. Next one says, can you sit on my face? Absolutely not. I will not be doing that for nobody. Hell no. I don't like extreme shit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that now. And sitting on someone's face, I am pretty big. I'm a pretty big girl. Ooh, this is a deep one. It says biggest regret question mark. I think I'll say to that one that I was complacent with my life for a long time. Like, growing up, I was a person, like, yeah, I was a little rebellious, but not to the extent that honestly I wish I would have been. Like, I wish I stood up for myself more when I was younger and really fought for my academic experiences and my friendship experiences. Like, I wish I could have experienced more in those days. Because I feel like I sacrificed so much of my life for someone else. And I wish I didn't do that because there was no need for me to throw away so many years. I'm talking like middle school to high school, all of those years were thrown away for somebody. And I wish I detached myself. Like, I was already detached mentally. I should have just went and did my own thing, if I'm being honest, and like lived my life. I'd say that's my biggest regret. So hopefully I pray to the Lord every day that I can find a future that makes me feel like I'm living as my own person again. The next one is, would you date a girl? I would give anybody a shot. If I'm attracted, the chemistry's there, like, I'm in no position to say no. Like if I don't feel like I click with you and I could tell you just want to get with me for reputation, and a lot of people have done that to me, no. But the answer to this question is yes, obviously. Next one says, I know you're not into girls, but I can be an exception. I love that for you. I love the confidence. Like, I love that energy. That's what I'm attracted to. Like, somebody who's not afraid to, you know, like, be very honest with themselves and their feelings. And as somebody who loves people who do that, I take it very well, I feel. Like, I will tell you, like, look, dog, like, I love that you're coming on so strong. I love people who come on strong. Be honest with me. I am very, very slow when it comes to like, oh, I think this person has feelings, or I think they don't. I'm so used to, oh, I just like this person. Let me leave it as a B. I'm very used to that. So to see somebody be open, like, hey, I feel like we had something. Like, can we please just like go get a dinner or something? I will be the one to go and pick you up. As a chick, I will be the one to go pick you up and we can go through with it. But I need to see like it come out of your mouth that you're okay with it. Like that's actually what you wanted. Because I will not make a lady uncomfortable. I don't even want to be uncomfortable, let alone when I inflict on anybody else despite your gender. So yeah, but I love that for you. By all means, yes, be my exception. You're really attractive. Thank you. I love that. I love stuff like that. I'm also curious as to what makes me attractive to somebody else. Like a lot of people have a feature that they look for that they will always say like, oh, I want my partner to have this, or I want this in a friend, or I love this about my family and I wish other families were like this. Like I want to know what that is because I want to know what made me attractive to you. I'm assuming physical, but like I would hope you know me like individually and you're like, oh, all this stuff makes you attractive. That's what I would love to know. How tall are you? So I am actually, I don't know, but I would say anywhere from 5'7" to 5'8". And weight wise, I'm probably around 125 to 130, usually pushing 130 a little bit more. It tends to be like my weight range. So when I said earlier I was a little thick, I'm not just some lady you want on your shit. Next thing is, I assume I'm straight, but in all caps and 3 T's. I had a slight crush on you a couple of months ago. I love that for you. I love that you can look at me and be like, I love that I get this for a few months. For free. For free. Take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? If you like somebody, like them. Choose whether you want to go further with that. Not every crush needs to go further. You could just like somebody. And I love that, like, I shook up your little love life for a little bit. Not my intention, but I mean spice things up. Yeah. Keep your life interesting. I love that I'm that person for you. By all means. Thank you. The next one is, I wonder if somebody's genuinely going to sit and watch this whole thing. That'd be interesting. Okay. Ew. This says, I'm in love with a girl, but can't tell my parents because they won't support me. I'm sorry about that. That really is a shit position, but at the same time, you don't really, in my opinion, you don't really need to tell them. Like, I don't plan on telling, like, I get you want to be very transparent with your parents. You see other people get accepted and like, oh, it's the most beautiful thing. It probably is, but not everybody gets that. And actually, majority of the time, despite how opening the world is now and how accepting it is, still not everybody gets that. And I think you should just try it out first. Make sure you know everything and focus on that later. You don't need to go through all that with your parents right now. Next thing, I want to ask you out, but I'm scared. Good. I want you to be scared because I am a lot to ask out. Like, I love the courage and I will always accept people, but a part of that toxic personality trait is that I can't really take a lot of things seriously. And I would think on that very hard because I'm very open about what kind of person that I am, and I want you to be open about if you could deal with all that. Next, in high school, there was so many rumors about you, girl. I don't know how. Yeah, like I literally never did anything, so I don't know what these rumors would be about if I'm being honest. Like I'm probably the most boring person. Afterward, everybody's probably looking at the glow up, the change, whatever. Like, yeah, that part. But during high school, fuck no. Daddy Kaylee. I love that. For some reason, when you say Kaylee after that, it doesn't sound so daddy. I don't think my name has any daddy like spark to it. I don't know, but thank you. This is the last, oh wait, no it's not. Okay, I have 2 more. You're so pretty. I hope you're doing well. That is so sweet. If you say that to me, I am mopping the floor with my face. That is so nice. Thank you. I could be doing better, but you helped me out a lot, so thank you. I love seeing you happy. So sweet. So sweet. I love all these people in my life that want to say that kind of stuff to me. I love seeing you beautiful people. I love making you laugh. I hope I can do that if that's the one thing I do. Now the last thing, because I did finish my nails and ooh, nail check, hand check. I use this cuticle oil for all my girlies or anybody, even guys. I used to put this on my brothers. If you pick at your nails a lot, if you bite your nails, if you scratch your cuticles, your thumbs, your whatever, this right here, obviously none of this is sponsored. None of my videos will ever be sponsored, but I don't even know what brand this is, but I got it from Target and it looks like this. It's called Sally Hansen Vitamin E, and then the rest of this shit looks like it's in French or something, but this literally helps my cuticles and my thumbs heal in like 2 days. I shit you not. Like, this is literally magic oil. It's fine. That is all of my confessions and all of my little spills. Yeah, that was really fun to go through and I had a lot of fun filming it, surprisingly. And if you stayed watching the whole thing, like, that is props. Like, you are something else. Will I be doing YouTube frequently? No clue. I have no idea what I want to do with my future, and I'm working on finding that out. But what I will do is edit this video and I will send it out, because I promised so many people that I would do that. And I hope my reactions and my responses are everything that you wanted. Yeah, if I ever do another poll, please answer it. I love reading the answers, and hopefully if I ever get big enough, I have more stories to tell, because I love reading people's stories. I love knowing the tea. So yeah, till the next video, or till the next moment that we share together, kisses, X's, and O's, I'm out.